Paul here from Spitfire Audio. So something a little bit different today. A few weeks ago when lockdown kicked in, I was talking to Paul Hughes at the BBC Symphony Orchestra, and we were trying to work out things that the orchestra could do while all being kind of separated and having to stay at home. And so one of the ideas we had was to get some kind of stories going, which is on our YouTube channel. You see those going out weekly, for the instrumentalists to introduce themselves, talk about their instrument, maybe a little bit about their life as a musician, which is proving absolutely fascinating, with some really interesting information in there. So do check that out. But also to try and get together an orchestral performance. Now, I had this piece that I thought we could try out as a kind of test run. And it's a piece that I initially wrote just to get a balance at the beginning of a session. And then I kind of rewrote an end for it. So I had a strings, brass and woodwinds only performance of it that had already been recorded. It was recorded free, so I've had to re-click it. But actually, it wasn't a bad performance in terms of the timing. It was conducted free. It was really, really nicely paced. But obviously, had the wrong ending because I've rewritten the ending to make it a bit more exciting. So I've used that. I've created a backing track and a click track for the players to play along to, cobbled together from that performance, and then I've switched into the output from Staff Pad. So I actually wrote it. I mean, part of the thing for me for writing it was just to test drive this Staff Pad app on the iPad for the first time. And I just absolutely loved using it. It's so easy to use. It's like just writing music on a piece of paper. And then the playback is fantastic quality as well. So that was the thing that I used. Now, one of the great things about Staff Pad is that you can output the audio directly to an audio file. So I did that for the last section that I rewrote. So we've got this kind of cobbled together backing track, which is going to be kind of, I'm hoping, useful for the players. In some respects, it's a little bit difficult in other respects because obviously, you know, it's much different playing with no other players around you and with just a pair of headphones on. Finding the ensemble is obviously kind of hard when you don't have anybody else to play along with. So what I gave the players, I made a little kind of guide video to show them how to set up, roughly how far to put their phone away, and a couple of ideas like facing side onto a window gives you a nice bit of natural lighting. And they've all been sending me their videos of themselves playing along with some headphones on. And so I've used the audio from that and then imported it all into this Pro Tools session. And then as we get close to the end, Jake is going to take over the Pro Tools session, and I'm going to concentrate on putting together video so that you can see everybody performing. What we've got so far, it sounds incredibly good, bearing in mind it's like a kind of iPhone close-mic'd orchestra, and without any kind of treatment, any kind of acoustic positioning or anything like that. It sounds like an orchestra recorded like this, because it is. That's how it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of work on just helping the timing just shift in together to make it absolutely tight, and also the ensemble to make that tight as well. And that will just basically is our kind of additional support to the players to make it as if they were all sitting together. It's so hard to play without everybody else sitting around you, because you lock into each other's timing. So that opportunity is lost when you do it like this. So it just needs a little bit of nudging around and tidying up. And then we will have a performance and a nice video to go along with it. So I'm going to give Jake a quick call now, and we'll talk through what the plan of action is from today. I think he's got some time today when he's going to be able to start working on it. So let's get him on the line. Right. So.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm in the third day of school.
Oh, you're back to school, are you?
Well, yeah, as much as we can be.
So, what have we got here then, mate?
So, what we have, I've got kind of pretty much everyone. There's a few that I'm still waiting for, but probably 75-80% of the players are in here.
Right.
So what I've got them to do is record at home on like iPhones. A couple of them, there's one percussionist I saw in his video, he's got a mic which I presume is like a USB LDC, something like that.
Okay, right. Yeah.
So they're going to vary in quality according to the kind of phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that it's it sounds remarkably like an orchestra.
Yeah, I've had a quick play down, and it's there's definitely some work to be done to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I mean, the main problem is just kind of fixing the occasional timing and ensemble tuning discrepancy, which obviously because they haven't got, so what they've been playing to, just so you know, is that I wrote this kind of warm-up track for a session, which just to get a balance for the full orchestra.
Yeah.
I had to click it because it was just conducted free, but that's been quite a useful reference point. That's the kind of thing that's running in their ears while they're playing. Which may or may not be helping them in terms of it's obviously going to add an extra element of randomness.
I mean, it looks kind of close. You can see there's definitely some things that need to be done, but that's fine.
So I'm going to keep adding the tracks in. I haven't done anything to the session yet, apart from just literally organising it into sections.
I'm trying to work out whether it's worth you doing things or whether it's worth just me getting in and doing it, because it's like one of those things where I think we both can't be doing it. I mean, unless we try and use a collaboration feature, but I don't think that'll help anyway. Because I'll start to noise reduce it and things like that. If you concentrate on the video side of it, and I concentrate on the audio side of it, because that also means I can start working on it now.
Yeah, brilliant. So how do you want me to? How shall I just give you the audio of the kind of last few
ones?
Yeah, as they arrive.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Just put it in a folder.
Make a new folder in the Dropbox.
Yeah, perfect.
Incoming audio. And
Perfect.
I'll just name them the same as I've been doing here.
Yeah, perfect.
And also, did you see the Google Sheet?
Yes.
I guess there's a few things still missing, but that's fine.
Yes, and also harp. I only when I got the playlist through and it had the harpist at the bottom, I was like, oh my god, I didn't write a harp part.
Yeah, so you've written a harp part.
So I've written a harp part.
Oh, good, perfect.
I think there might be Richard Alsop. I think he did another take at the end, just so there's an alternate take. But most of them are just a single take.
I think I saw that somebody, Patrick, has done a seated and standing one. Should I just use the one that sounds the best?
Yeah, okay, yeah, great. And Igor's done 2 versions as well.
And mix-wise, it just needs to sound as beautiful as it possibly can, right?
Absolutely, just try and make it sound like a orchestra recorded in a lovely big hall.
Recorded in Maida Vale.
Yes, Maida Vale. Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, in fact, you can stick, go to town if you want to put a beautiful big verb on it and all that kind of business. Just do whatever you fancy.
Perfect. Well, I'll start working on this today. I've got a few other bits and pieces to do, but I'll start working on this today and work out what's best, because I can see some of them are in mono and some are in stereo as well, things like that. So it's just need to work out what's sounding best. But it'll be fun. I think sounds super fun.
Yeah.
And then we can. I'll send you something later, and we'll chat again. And great. All right, mate. Nice one.
That's fantastic, because then I can start. I can get going on the video.
So you can make the video look really pretty, and I can just make the audio sound really pretty. I think that's the best use of our collective times and everything. So
thank you very much.
Shall I get started?
Why not? Why the devil not?
All right, man. I'll speak to you. I'll give you a chat later in the day. Let you know how I'm getting on.
Okay, fantastic. All right, speak to you later, Jack. Cheers. Bye. So, very exciting. Jake's going to start on the session, and I'm going to switch over to video editing, which, bearing in mind I'm a complete noob to Premiere Pro. I can just about manage to put my own videos together. But it's taking on a task like this of tiling up all these videos. I'm definitely going to be watching Christian's video about how he did music by 300 Strangers, which is linked below. If you haven't seen that, that's absolutely fabulous. Check that out. So I'm going to be picking up some tips from him on the video editing side. But time to dive straight in, I guess, and get going on it.